Hey, Virgo, welcome to your June reading. So, Spirit showed me something pretty intense when I tuned into your energy for this month. But this is a great thing, okay? No, so hear me out. Spirit was giving me the Sufi saying, die before you die. And the vision that they were showing me was, have you ever heard of people doing these rituals where they essentially pretend to be dead? They like close their eyes and lay in the coffin and probably in the fancy outfit. Their friends are around them, maybe talking about them, or maybe they are just lying there in a private ceremony acting like, okay, wow, I'm just here in the, in the peace and the infinite darkness, and like, what comes up for me if I died right now? What shows up in me that like I want to do? I'm not done yet. I want to do this, or I want to experience more of that, or I want to change this, or I want to address or adjust or fix that, or I want to reconnect with this person or whatever. You die before you die so that you can really actually fucking live, right? That's the idea. So this isn't something negative. This is something revitalizing. That's the word that Spirit is using. Great word, Spirit. Okay. So, Virgo, let's get into some cards with that message as the kind of overarching, the sky of your reading, or you could call it the backdrop, but keep it there. As we look at the rest of what Spirit wants to show you for your highest good in the month of June, as always, we're going to pull a protagonist card, a persona card, to see how you're showing up this month and which aspects of you that Spirit wants to highlight for you for your highest good. And then, Spirit, we want to get the story of the month. I want to look, Spirit, first, the recent past for Virgo. That just, okay, I'm not looking yet. I'll pop up your cards right here in just a second. You'll be able to see. Past, Spirit, thank you as it pertains to the present and the unfolding future. Weaving the tapestry of the month of June for Virgo people, Spirit. How has that past unfolded into the present, Spirit? What is the present status of Virgo people in the month of June in Spirit? How are the past and present unfolding into the future? Please show us the trajectory of the month of June for Virgo people for their highest good, Spirit, always for truth, ease, abundance, joy, fulfillment, peace, security, love. The love of Virgo, Spirit. What do they need to know in the month of June for their highest good? What's unfolding? Spirit, we want to know your guidance, your advice for Virgo people. What you want to bring their awareness to, an action you want them to take, or something that you want them to consider in the month of June for their highest good, your guidance for Virgo. And Spirit, what is the climate? What kind of energy is around Virgo in the month of June so that we can know how they can best navigate that energy? What is showing up, Spirit, the truth for their highest good? Spirit, we want to know a potential outcome. What is a likely outcome going by the trajectory of the past, present, and future, so that Virgo can steer toward if they like it or steer away if they don't? A potential and likely outcome given the current trajectory. And finally, Spirit, the key to the month. Key to unlocking the best of the month for Virgo when they bring awareness to this or cultivate it. Spirit, what does Virgo need to know in the month of June to unlock their highest good? That's 2 cards. You said it, Spirit. I'm just the messenger. Let's see what they got. Beautiful card for a Virgo is your persona card. And the Virgo card. And the Leo card. Interesting. Okay, here we go. Love. Virgo. Really nice reading. Ha! Die before you die. Move on with clarity. That's 6 of Swords as your guidance, your advice. That's really cool. Okay, Virgo, you're in your element. You're showing up as the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles are the earth element. It's about tangible efforts. It's about tangible rewards. And when I look at your reading, I do indeed see some tangible rewards. And Spirit is asking you, remember, don't fall back into old habits. Don't fall into your comfort zone. You've learned some things. Take those things and move forward. That's something that I'm hearing very strongly. So let's get into it. Knight of Pentacles, neither where you've been nor where you're ultimately trying to end up, but you are solidly on your way, okay? Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Worry more about taking consistent action than speedy action or really intense action a little bit every day or whatever, okay? And you can make it toward your goal. I mean, it's very plain. Sitting in that key position, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So unlocking some actually really major abundance via a brilliant idea, and that comes from ease, not intensity and action, okay? Interestingly, you know, Spirit opened with that message about die before you die, and this idea of doing a ritual of, okay, what if I had died? Really interesting. If you look up the Rider-Waite-Smith version of the Four of Swords, you will see a knight laying in a tomb in a quiet church. There's stained glass in the background. It was customary in medieval times for if a knight was going to go off to war, they would have a coffin cast, a tomb, a beautiful fancy ass tomb cast in their visage, right? And so if they were lucky enough and skilled enough to come home from war, it was customary for them to lay in that tomb for a time and ponder where they had been and where they were going. That's literally what Spirit was talking about. Did I fight honorably? Will I go back to war? Like, what am I fighting for? What do I want to do now? You know, what do I want to do with this peace, this newly acquired peace? And some of you that may be like very literal. I'm hearing something specific. This will not apply to all Virgos. Remember, it's a general reading. Some of you have recently left like a relationship dynamic, or like I even want to say like a relationship constellation. So that could even look like I just moved away from my family, or I just kind of detached from a group of people that I've spent a lot of time with, or I could literally just broke up with a partner, right? But it looks like a good thing. Whatever this is, this looks peaceful. This looks like recovery. This looks like take a breath and ponder what you've just been through, only so that you can design where you want to go. Okay? I want to go from, you know, actually, first I want to point out any of y'all who maybe read tarot, or you've just had a lot of readings, so you're kind of familiar with the swords cards. Most of the swords cards are like tough, right? Most of them have to do with like anxiety or stress or feeling like mentally blocked and all kinds of things, right? You literally have the like three positive swords cards here. The four, a card of peace and recovery and like getting your thoughts in order, creating space, closing some mental tabs so that you can actually put your bandwidth where your mouth is. That's funny. And then here in the guidance position, Six of Swords, taking what you have learned and sailing onward, right? We skipped over the conflict and the Five of Swords. Love that. Love that. So it's like you've already been through that. What have I learned, and how do I want to use what I've learned to direct myself and my path forward? Six of Swords is sailing away from tough times, difficult times, or conflict onto clearer, better days, away from confusion and immaturity to a mature movement, to having a compass. And that's what Spirit is saying. I really love the way this card is designed, where the swords are lined up like a compass rose. So it's like, these are my values. I'm going to take everything that I've learned, and now, you know, if I want to turn into this direction, but it means that it costs a little bit of my authentic expression or my integrity, well, my compass says I can't go that way, right? My compass says that way there are storms and whirlpools and bad things. So, using my compass, I know to adjust my direction just slightly this way. And when you do that, you will end up at your destination, Knight of Pentacles, a little at a time, sticking to your own self. The hermit sits in the present. So the Four of Swords of like contemplation and recovery, and again, creating space, maybe journaling and things like that. Things that help you, whatever it is for you, that gets your thoughts first in order. Kind of like going in the room and turning the lights on in like a cluttered room, and then, okay, beginning to actually declutter the space, clean it out. Okay, I can make more of a path. That's something Spirit is showing me. So some of you might actually be, they're showing me kind of like, I'm going to say like a light to medium hoarder situation where it's like, oh yeah, I kind of have to like make a path through this room. Do that. I see some of you doing that. Good job. That's great. And remember, consistency over intensity. This is also about, you know, adjusting our nervous system to making the kinds of changes that we're making. So it's better not to do these extreme changes, but to be gentle with ourselves, right? To get our clarity and then move with it, not switching those steps around, right? Like moving and then like, oops, I ran into a wall. Like, no, let's just let's come in. Let's, the Hermit, your card, it's the Virgo card. Let me find and clean off my internal lantern, right? The Hermit looks within. Know thyself would be a phrase that I would associate with the Hermit. Following your own path, sometimes, yes, to the exclusion or confusion of other people. Not everybody is going to get it, but here's the thing. Isn't it the people who follow their own path and do it their own way? Aren't those some of the most admired and appreciated and revered people on the planet? Aren't those some of the people on the planet that have done some of the like greatest or most generous or coolest things? I mean, like, I feel like a cultural version of that might be like David Bowie. A historical version of that would be like Jesus. Like people who did it their own fucking way, and by doing it their own way, ironically, they lit up the hearts and minds of others. So following your own path is good and right for you, okay, Virgo? And you don't have to be like singing it from the rooftops. You can be on your journey internal, okay? I see it heading to a very beautiful, positive, like, eureka, like, oh, like that's kind of the vibe that Spirit is giving me. The sun sits in your future. The road is clear. I can see what's ahead of me because the sun is out. It's not the star, it's not the moon. It's not like, oh, be careful, and oh, it's not really what it seems. No, the sun is like, I can see. Holy shit, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone, which very much harmonizes with the Six of Swords of, clarity. After the rain, there's the clarity and then the rainbow, right? And the sun plus the Six of Swords to me would be like a rainbow. Really love that. That's a very beautiful thing that Spirit is showing me. Meanwhile, speaking of beautiful things, in the energy, the environment around you, Three of Cups, fun, gathering, celebrations, parties, groups. Who would you like to create some harmony with? What is harmony? Harmony is three different, let's say in this case of the Three of Cups, three different notes, but when they come together, they create this new note and they create this like vibration and this hum that everybody can feel. And it's like there's goosebumps all over the room when there's harmony in music and in life, you know? Who do you consider people that you harmonize with and have fun with? Who brings out the fun and the funny in you? Make sure to spend some conscious time with those people. I feel like if you don't, they'll come looking for you. And you may be on your own hermit journey, but I feel like they'll come looking for you. Or maybe when you finish your homework, the sun, you go out and play, right? And you find your people and you're like, oh my God, I've been doing all this, this, this. So, you know, maybe I've been out of commission or out of communication, but suddenly I'm available for showing up and hanging out with my friends or coming up with plans. I really also just feel parties and celebrations with people that you love. So raising your glasses, but also making something. But it feels fun. Even if it is something that ultimately becomes like a moneymaker or something like that, this feels like a passion, like a fun project or group endeavor. I really like that. Looking at that potential outcome, here's the only tension I see anywhere in your reading. Four of Pentacles, holding yourself back because you're believing that you don't have as much to give or to offer as you actually do. So Four of Pentacles, you know, this guy is sitting here with a crown and furs. He is clearly a wealthy individual and he has all this amazing land, but he has built this tiny little sandbox of a fortress for himself to like work within. So it's like the whole world could be looking at you going like, they have so much. And like, why do they do that when there's so much available to them? Or like, oh, you only make that much, but you're so talented, or those kind of vibes. You know what I'm talking about? don't keep yourself in that discomfort zone, right? Of like, this is how I've always done it, so I guess this is what I have to offer, and I don't want to give too much away or invest too much and then end up broke, so I'll just stay with what I have versus take a little bit of a risk. Bring a little bit out of yourself. Your inner treasures, hermit, when you, the sun, bring them out and show, like, and basically kind of like, Spirit is funny. They're like, this is like a Benjamin Button situation, the hermit into the sun. It's like once I actually get clear about what matters to me, and again, crucially, what doesn't matter to me, it's a load off. And I can like pick up my head and I can shine and I can like shamelessly move toward the things that make me happy because I've already sorted out why I used to go for the other shit, or why I used to, Four of Pentacles, limit myself from showing up in my full expression and asking for what I want and going for what I want. Importantly, that's what I really feel more than anything, going for what you want. Knight of Pentacles, the sun. When we come to that key position, it's like, don't do the Four of Pentacles because we could have the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you are longing for like wealth, legacy, even to like something like buy a home or buy property. And Spirit is giving you like, this is a yes. This is a like massively potential possibility. Ace of Swords is also low key a card of victory. The laurel and the ivy at the top of the crown are symbols of victory, like someone being crowned. So your mental acuity is your crowning glory. Your way of thinking, your philosophy, hermit, or the conclusions that you've come to, Six of Swords, that have helped you clarify or get through life or whatever, those things could make you some money when properly applied. You might just have great brains. Spirit is saying some of you are like editors, and that could be film, that could be copy, that could be whatever. Ace of Swords, that's just what they're saying. It's like that skill could make you some money. So if you're limiting yourself or telling yourself like, I'll just keep what's mine and just try to like hold things together as they are, I really feel like life is telling you to go boldly in the direction that you want to, and to take what you've learned and believe that there is more and better out there for you, because there fucking is. I love to tell you that, Virgo. I feel so solid and so confident in that. So it's like, go, not, okay, let me make a distinction. I'm not saying shove yourself out of your comfort zone. I'm saying, with the full support of yourself, allow yourself to just gently push at your edges and see what it feels like, because you might find out that like, oh, actually when like I push on this edge, things get a lot more fun and interesting, or like I actually was able to grow into that new space really well and easily. That's just what I'm hearing. So you might want to try something a little new or different than something you've already been doing. Like, oh, this was working, but I want to try it like this, and it works out like really well or goes faster or better than you thought. That's just what I'm hearing. And suddenly it's like, oh, there could be some long-term Ten of Pentacles, the Sun, great implications to this if I, Knight of Pentacles, apply myself consistently, day after day. Like a Virgo does. I love to see it, Virgo. That's a great reading. How does it sit on you? What's coming up for you? Anything? Questions, comments, stories, suggestions? I love them all. Thank you for being here, Virgo. I really hope that this helps you have a better June. And I hope I'll catch you in July, or maybe even at the Sunday Live. Every Sunday at 11 a.m. Central, I read for everybody. So if you want to show up, show up. Love to see you there. Till then, Virgo, take care and stay blessed. Bye-bye.